Meet Davis.
Hi.
Davis is from Pollock, South Dakota.
Yep.
We took Davis from Pollock to fish for pollock in Alaska.
Sure did.
The same wild-caught pollock in a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich.
Uh-huh.
There were boats, nets, waves.
And fish.
And some delicious Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. So you could say Davis is one lucky guy.
Good one.
Thanks, Davis.
Catch some pollock of your own with McDonald's Filet-O-Fish Fridays. Just $1.99 for a limited time. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, folks, how you doing? Guess who? It's me. It's Danny Tisdale, and we're here, of course, for the Danny Tisdale Show. And, of course, thank you for listening in. I love when, you're listening and you respond to the shows and the show and whatever else it may be. We've had a busy, I think it's been 2 weeks since the last time we were on. We just did a repeat of a show last week, so that wasn't officially a show. But let me tell you what's been going on. We've had a busy election for the seat of Councilwoman Inez Dickens with controversy. I know you're saying, well, Danny, there's controversy out there. How can I find out about it? Well, you got to go to HarlemWorldMag.com and check it out, or you can check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/HWMag. And the same thing on Twitter. And you know what? If you can't remember all that, all you have to do is go to Google and put us in the search bar, and you'll be able to check us out. Also, what else is going on in Harlem? Whole Foods is coming to Harlem, and they've got a brand new infusion of money from investors. J.C. Morgan, that's all I'm going to tell you because you need to read the story. Also, the Applebee's in Harlem is closing right there on 125th Street and 5th Avenue. I know, can't believe it. We can't believe it either, but you know how business is. Business is tight in Harlem. Also, don't forget to check out the Shark Tanks has a new series for business folks of color. That means you, and you. You know they're not saying no to anybody, so check it out. Again, got to go to the site, HarlemWorldMag.com, to see all the details. And don't forget about our brand new Harlem World gear. That's right. We got T-shirts. We've got tank tops, sweatshirts, long sleeves, short sleeves. We got it all, and it's all about our favorite place, and that is Harlem. Okay, let me take a deep breath, a little drink of my tea, and now we're going to, the reason that we're here, and my favorite part, is we're going to speak to one of our great guests, and we kick off this conversation with Ciara Smith as part of our Women's History Month. And this was organized by our editor-in-chief, Eartha Watts-Hicks. And Ciara Smith is Harlem-born. She's a Harlem Renaissance woman. I like that because she's a plus-size model. She's an entrepreneur. She's owner and operator of tons of businesses. I'm just going to talk about two right now, and that's Harlem Connection and Hairtastic. Can't say that fast. And it's a mobile beauty salon uptown in Harlem, and she's going to talk more about that because you heard her snicker in the background. And welcome, Ciara Smith, to the Danny Tisdale Show. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got my tea here, so I'm doing great. Oh, it's great to have you on the show and to help us celebrate. What kind of tea you drinking?
Lipton. Just Lipton with a little bit of milk.
Don't tell me you a black tea woman.
I'm a black tea woman. I said.
I'm raising.
To all of them.
I'm raising my black tea cup to you as we drink together. Because we don't want to do any. I'm not going to even go there. But thank you for being on the show, Ciara, and to help us celebrate this fantastic Women's History Month series that we're doing, these podcasts. And did I get anything wrong? Did I leave anything out in my description of the work that you're doing and your business?
Well, the company is named Hairtastic Mobile Salon Systems. And I'm actually born and raised in Harlem, but the company is not based in Harlem. It's based in New York City, but we travel international and state to state. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank
How
you.
did you come up with
Appreciate
the name of the business and the concept of it?
Well, some time ago, I was dating a guy, and I was sitting back, and I had came up with this concept called the Get Your Do Done Parties, right? So I was like, I'm going to name this company called the Get Your Do Done Parties. And he said the Get Your Do Done Parties. And it's like it's a featured service in my company that allows people to, like, get their services 50% off or for free, but you have to have a party in order to get these, perks. So
Right.
we were talking, and he said, hey, he said, you know what? He said, Donna Karen is Donna Karen. But you know what? She has another company called DKNY. So the Get to Do Them parties could be featured under a company umbrella. And then he said, you got to be something like fantastic. Got to be something good. And he said, well, you're a hairstylist and it's fantastic, so fantastic. Fantastic, or something like that. And then we just came up with Hairtastic.
Nice.
It came up with Hairtastic, and as a black woman, African American, it's hard to be identified when you're African American woman. Immediately, people think that you only do ethnic hair. I specialize in people that don't have any hair at all. So most of my clients are white, black, Chinese, Indian, African. Don't matter what your race is. I just specialize in all hair textures. So I didn't want a company name that sound ethnic. Not that I don't embrace my urban, my nationality and my culture. I love being a black woman. However, I didn't want to be ridiculed or like, oh, that name sounds ghetto. People always got something to say. So Hairtastic Mobile Salon System, because I have a system within the company, it just made sense to name it that way, and then it worked. It just worked.
And you said that maybe I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Did you say it doesn't matter whether you have hair or not, or you work with people who don't have hair? Or
I work with people that don't have. I don't care if you have hair or if you do. I specialize in that. That's like one of my niche. That's like one of the things that God has just ordained me to do. I have a lot of clients that suffer from hair loss, whether it's cancer, alopecia, psoriasis, scalp. Yeah, so I work good with empty canvases. I call them empty canvases when they don't have any hair because I'm building on their empty canvas to make them look like a canvas. Very beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that you will put attachments to wherever there's growth on their hair, or you put a wig on, or is that inside secret if you tell me you have to kill me?
I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to kill nobody. And I don't want to be on no radio.
But you're not going to tell me no
somebody.
secrets.
It's like
she's like, I don't want to kill nobody, but if I tell you, you're not going to be around.
No, it's like the Colonel's recipe. I can't tell you nothing. I'm just playing. But
Gotcha.
I have depending on the person and depending on the style, determines the type of hairstyle that we will make to make the hairstyle be a hairstyle. So some people, I make custom wigs. And another thing too, I have another company that's called the Hair Madness Foundation. Me and my partner Karen Vandenberg, I have a partner with another company that's called the Hair Madness Foundation. And within the Hair Madness Foundation, we do a show called the Hair Madness, the Ultimate Hair Competition, where people can do competitions. They compete against each other. You can see all kinds of artwork. I'm also an avant-garde specialist, but in the Hair Madness Foundation, you will see so many different things in different avenues, but we donate wigs to people, especially organizations and or like dermatologist offices or like the Cancer Society that may have had somebody that comes in with that was diagnosed with cancer, and we'll come into the location to put the wigs on the spot, so to speak, or we'll ship it to that place.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's like a free services that we provide with the organization, but that's within the company. But here at Tastique, me and my partner, we both own salons. So she owns a salon in the Bronx. It's called Eternal Beauty. I own Hair Tastique Mobile Salon System. We came together some time ago and came up with Hair Madness, the Ultimate Hair Competition, and then this year we migrated into designing a whole other company, which is an organization called the Hair Madness Foundation. But we both specialize in treating hair, and so many people, whether men or women, suffer from hair loss. So, of course, being a man, it's a man's world. They say it's a dog-eat-dog world. But I think it's, we all like to look good. We want to look good, feel good, and when we look good and feel good, we are good. Some of us, you know. So it's a good thing to just make people feel good and make them feel, you know, like they looking like everything. they feel
Most
like everything.
definitely, and that's extremely important. Even though I joke around kind of about some of the throwaway positive words, but they're extremely important. I read an article, I think it was last week, where they were talking about just a positive mental attitude, positive words, increase your life cycle by 15%. What does that mean? What is that? An additional, 5 or 6 years. I know probably being in your 20s and me being in my 80s, that doesn't add a lot to my life. But it's extremely important, and I give you your, props for that. And you mentioned, as an artist myself, I think you said avant-garde specialist. Is that right? What is that?
Yeah, I'm an avant-garde specialist, so I create hair art.
Okay.
So, for instance, I like cake, right? So I decided to make wedding cakes out of hair, like chandeliers out of hair. Like I can do just about anything out of hair.
Wow.
And in the hair industry, I'm also last year I just did the very first avant-garde workshop class at Empire Beauty School.
Huh.
So
where's Empire Beauty School?
Huh?
Where is Empire Beauty School?
It's on 34th Street. I did the first one on 34th Street, and then I did another class. Yeah, so it's the art of hair, and it's taking hair to another level. They have hair fantasy, in the hair world, in the hair industry, hair fantasy, hair art. It's another level. So when you see hair art,
I've seen some
fantasy,
of the photos of that. This is incredible. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. No, that's okay. It's okay. So when people see it, they say it just like that. It's incredible. Oh my God, that hair! Can you eat it? And I'm like, if you eat it, you're gonna get a hairball, But so when I made the cakes, the funny thing about the cakes, though, right, was I said a prayer and I said, God, you see Adam and Eve, they ate that apple and they had all these other fruits in the village. They had everything. They had grapes, they had oranges, they had everything, things that we don't even know, on earth today is probably not even here no more. But I'm like, they had everything, but they touched that apple and they made it a mess for all of us, right? So I said a prayer. I said, God, I want to make something that people think they can eat and they can never taste it, right? And I said, preferably, I would like to make a wedding cake out of here. So I went to bed. I woke up and I knew exactly what to do. I wanted to know exactly what it was going to look like because my spirit was like running. It was racing, like, go get the stuff, go get everything you need. And when I made it, right, I took it on the train and I sat the cake in a chair. And when I sat the cake in the chair, a man walked up to me and said, you need to be ashamed of yourself. How you going to make a cake and send it to somebody like that? And that's when I knew that what I made looked like an actual cake. But when I told the man, I said, mister, I said, thank you for your concern, but this is hair. He said, shut up. I'm talking about, he said it so loud to me, everybody on the train turned around, they looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And he was like, nah, you can't, he ain't like, that ain't no hair. So when he touched it, he rubbed his finger on it, and he said, oh, my God, that's really hair? I said, yeah. So I knew that when I prayed about it and when it happened, it really looked like what I wanted it to be. And I just said, I just love the art of hair because hair is not just to be a doobie or just a part in the middle with a swoop and a lace track. I got clients that have no hair at all. Women that had a full head of hair, went to bed, and woke up in the morning to comb their hair out as usual, and all their hair were in the sink. And I make them, and then I got to fix that. I got to make them look beautiful. And then I have men that have hair that want to look good. So I got to fix them too, but you will never tell because I make it look so good. But imagine the one that feels funny. And then you got to think about it. Nowadays we got the internet. I've been doing it since I was 12. I'm now in my 30s, my late 30s. So they have people that create the memes. The memes. I think that's what it's called, a meme. And you take pictures of the people that have no hair, and you put a meme slogan on it, and now it's circulating on the internet, and now you're laughing at this person that don't have hair. But guess what? That person had hair one day. It just something happened, and it can happen to anybody. So I decided to, when I designed my company, I designed it in a way because I had clients that didn't have any hair, and I had to cater to them in a way where they felt comfortable in their own surroundings. And that's why, it's a special part of me, because when I go to these people's houses sometimes, or going to the hospital to do these women and men hair and cater to them grooming and making sure their nails and stuff is done, I'm doing it with them with the trachea in their neck. These people have tracheas in their neck. I'm going to, I got to work right next to the doctors. I'm working right next to the nurses, and I'm cutting their hair while they got a trachea in their neck. I'm doing their nails. I'm doing their little makeup, and I'm making them feel good in the state that they're in. And some of these people are got 72 hours to live. Some people got a year to live. And their family calls me. They get their hair cut. They try to smile with a trachea in their neck. They got the oxygen machine done on them, but they're looking around. Their eyes are smiling to me, but they can't speak. Some of them can't speak. Right. And then some of these people are 90-something years old, 80-something years old, and they're on their last breath, but they look good, so they feel good. Even when they lay in their deathbed, they feel good. And that right there means everything to me. Nothing else matters but that. It feels like everything. And I wouldn't choose, I don't even know what other job I would take on in the world other than making people laugh. But other than making people look beautiful, if I can do it for free and people could donate money to me for the rest of my life, I'll do it for free all my life, for the rest of my life. That's what I would. I would.
That's fantastic, Ciara.
If people could donate, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to circle right back to you because we're going to just take a quick station ID and let people know who are listening that they're listening to the Danny Tisdale Show. And we are speaking to Ciara Smith, and we're talking to her about all the work that she's doing, and she's doing it this month during Women's History Month. And we're going right back to Ciara. And Ciara, what I know you have your for-profits and you have your nonprofit, and you were just talking about the work you're doing in hospitals. I take it that's part of the nonprofit work you're doing. And what's the name of your nonprofit? Excuse me.
The name of the nonprofit is called the Hair Madness Foundation. So we actually in the state, well, we can't quote foundation yet because we're in the beginning stages of it. So it's called the Hair Madness almost foundation. So we're waiting for those paperwork to come in, but it will be called the Hair Madness. It will be called the Hair Madness Foundation. But we're here at Tastique. We do in-house nursing home and hospital events too. The only thing is that we don't make the wigs and stuff. The Hair Madness Foundation is the company that makes the free wigs for the organization. Yes, But here at Tastique, we do the beauty grooming and photo shoots and all that good stuff for the families, and making them feel good, and just catering to those needs.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have any hair, and I don't know if what kind of wig. I don't know if I want a blonde ambition wig, afro, or I'm serious. Ciara, don't you?
Man, you better.
I might get that Trump blonde. Trump got that. I shouldn't probably bring up politics, but I'm just trying to give our listeners an idea of what kind of hair I'm thinking about.
You better not. You better not. I already know.
I shouldn't go there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, his hair is kind of orange. It might go towards my skin tone a little bit.
Is it kind of orange?
Orange, blonde, kind of. All right. Let me. I know I shouldn't even went there. Let me shift gears here. So, Ciara, you're talking about the work that you do, and later in a couple of minutes, I'm going to ask you about, how people can, follow you and get in contact with you. But, you're doing a lot of hard work, and I know you talked about, how someone in relationship with you gave you your advice, and we joked a little earlier. I was surprised that you were even in a relationship with all the work that you are doing. But who's been your biggest supporter when you started off?
With the guy I was talking about, that's my ex. I'm not currently, seeing anybody right now. I think that's what God needs me to be. Very single. God said be very single right now. So I'm gonna take God's advice and be very single, and and take this time out. But however, the people that has been close to me was my family, my closest friends. You know, I didn't really get the support that I was looking for that I think I should have had, but I'm okay with that because you know what? A lot of people that we grew up with, they're not going to really support you the way that you think so.
Right.
You know, and that's when you start to lose your will of like pushing yourself. But I went through so much things within in my early 30s, and then like recently, even like the last 2 years of my life, was very crucial of my learning process. That I had to take the time out to identify what it was that God was saying to my soul. I had to take the time out to see things for what it really was, and I had to stop painting a perfect picture with no paint. He had to send me to the valley of the shadow of death by myself, literally. No, it's okay. He had to send me there by myself. He said, go to the valley of the shadow of death, and you should feel no evil. And I'll see you in a little while. And I'm like, what? And I'm just like, in the shadow. I'm in the valley of the shadow of death. And I'm like, okay, I shouldn't fear no evil, but I'm sitting by the pit of sin. I'm like coming out of this whole world thing. And I'm like, okay, God, I don't want to live. I didn't want to live his will no more. I didn't want to, the pain that I endured, I did not want to live the will of God. I just wanted to give up because it was so heavy. It was so heavy on my heart. But it was so heavy. But he made it go. He makes it feel like everything is going to be okay. So because he said everything is going to be okay, I believe in him, and I'm willing to keep walking in my journey. Yes.
Well, and I hear you completely because that seems to be how life is that, you know, what I may want is completely different of what life may give me or offer me. And I always feel now these days is that, you know what, whatever has happened is supposed to be, I can question it all I want, but, you know, is the way it is, deal with it the way that it is. And, of course, that philosophy comes from, you know, my mom's who that's, you know, just the way that she was raised. And, you know, it's the way that, you know, life really is. It offers you what you're ready for, and when you're not ready, it's ready to test you. Ciara, who's been the inspiration in your life, and why have they been the inspiration if you've had that inspiration in your life?
The inspiration was just to keep moving forward, to make these people feel good. Like, you know, it's people that really need to feel beautiful. They just
has there been a person in your life that's inspired you, or just life itself? Well, my cousin, when I was a little kid, my cousin was the one that inspired me to be a hairstylist at the age of 12. But my aunt, she was diagnosed with lupus, and she lost all her hair. And she was the one that kind of like allowed me to help her with the wigs and stuff when I was younger. And then moving forward, it's just kind of like life, just people in life, and then the kind of clients that I come into that are in need of my services. And then when I'm done with them, the way that they feel when I'm done with them, it's just like, oh, my God. And then they just keep saying, oh, you do this here so good. I look so good. I feel so good. That right there is priceless. It just makes me feel like I could keep doing this. I could keep doing this. I could keep doing this every day. That's really fantastic. And what advice would you give to, you know, a lot of our listeners and our readers are, you know, moms who are working super hard as executives, they're influencers in their business or wherever they may be, and they have sons, they have daughters. A mom and her daughter is listening, and what advice would you give to one of those young ladies who want to follow in your footsteps?
I will tell them to, first off, know that this is what you, if it's in your heart to do it, don't stop. And if you have it in your heart to make people feel beautiful, make sure that you do the best that you can. We're not perfect, but you just have to put your best foot forward. And just don't give up. I don't care what life has thrown your way. Just stay on top of your A game. Keep learning. Try to learn different things. Try to be innovative. We are creative beings as a hairstylist. You know, we are creative people. So try to create new things because people love new stuff. Try not to be a copycatter. You know, just be on top of your game and just stay on what you stay on and stay focused and just keep moving forward and just don't give up. Don't give up. It's going to be things that make you want to give up. Just don't give up and stay as focused as you can.
Well, wait a minute, Ciara. There's all these challenges out there. Somebody wants this and they pulling me in that direction. Somebody over here wants that and pulling me in another direction. I started my business and, it's super challenging. Somebody, wants me to be in a relationship with them and, help them work on their business and stop doing my business. Does that also apply that you still have to stay focused, or can you do it all?
You can help people, but help yourself too. Like, don't forget about you, because I was a victim of that. I'm very good at helping other people get their stuff together, and I can easily forget about me. So what I would say is that if you're a person that gets distracted, by doing too much and you can't do it, don't be afraid to say, I can't help you right now. I got to take care of me. Because if you don't take care of you, right, this is what happens. If you don't take care of you and you take care of everybody else, if you're dealing with people that are selfish beings, and then they get you get them on the right track and you get them together, and they forget all about you, and then they leave. Then you're like, what happened?
What?
What the heck? It happens all the time. It's stories like that all the time. And people just be like, I got the company started and I got the money. And then you give the money. The person may have gave the person money to start their company to get them started, and now you done took all the money out your pocket to get the person started, which I am a victim of doing that too. And then you're like, I don't have nothing for myself. So don't do what I did. I'm a giver, but I learned that I don't have to give to the point where I don't have no more. So don't be a giver to the point where you forget to eat for yourself. You have to make your plate too.
Yourself.
So, don't forget about yourself in this process. Don't forget. You got to eat. So everybody got to eat, So think about yourself, too. Don't put yourself in the back burner, because sometimes people already had you in the back burner and they knew that you was a giver, and they're going to say, oh, she's going to give me, got you here. You know that old saying, give me, got you here? Yeah, exactly that. So
don't get me started. I can think of a couple of names that just came to mind, and I'm not going to even go there. Because I'm going to stay positive.
Go there at all.
No, I know. I'm not going to create my blacklist of folks I need to put on it.
Right.
But I'm going to, we're already, Ciara, down to our last 2 or 3 minutes, and I wanted to make sure that people, if you want them to stay in contact with you or ask you questions or follow you, to get mobile with you or get their hair dude up. How do they stay in contact with you, Ciara, if they want to stay connected with you?
Well, you can go on my website. It's hairtastique.com. That's TASTIQUE.com. You can follow me on Instagram. You can Google me. I am Googleable. I like to say that I'm Googleable. So you can go to Google me. You can Google me. You can follow me on, I don't use my Twitter. I'm trying to learn how to do the Snapchat stuff. I'm not really good with this stuff, but I am on Facebook too. So Hairtastique Mobile Salon Systems on Facebook, and you can check the website out, and you can find information there on the website.
Fantastic. Oh, excuse me. Fantastique. And Ciara, now we're down to 1 minute, and I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite place in Harlem?
I love Red Rooster. I love Red Rooster. Love it. I used to love Mobay's too, but Mobay's is closed down. But Red Rooster, it's just something about Red Rooster. It's just something about that.
So is it the food? Is it the music downstairs? The
everything. The atmosphere. It's so free and full of people. Different
always.
Music is different. Everything. Always nice. Always good. And the drinks is good and the food is good too. I love Red Rooster. And I like Sylvia. So that's my spot. Sylvia's my spot. Always.
Yeah, I know the drinks, because I know you're talking about you love drinking that apple juice and water, right? When you're there, because I know you.
Right.
Yeah, right. Because you're not talking about alcohol, are you?
No, I'm talking about apple juice and water.
And water. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I know they make some serious drinks, so I know exactly what you're saying. But we always say drink responsibly if you are going to drink.
Yeah.
But they make some serious
Yeah.
drinks. And Ciara, we are at that time where it is the end of the show, and I want to thank you for celebrating Women's History Month with us, and we look forward to talking to you more.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you so much.
Talk to you soon. And we'll be sending you a link and all that good stuff. Take care.
Okay, great.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, folks, for being on the show. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Meet Davis.
Hi.
Davis is from Pollock, South Dakota.
Yep.
We took Davis from Pollock to fish for Pollock in Alaska.
Sure did.
The same wild-caught pollock in a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich.
Uh-huh.
There were boats, nets, waves,
And fish.
and some delicious Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. So you could say Davis is one paw lucky guy.
Good one.
Thanks, Davis.
Catch some pollock of your own with McDonald's Filet-O-Fish Fridays. Just $1.99 for a limited time. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal.
The New York Times, Rolling Stone, and critics everywhere are all raving about Annihilation.
It's not destroying, it's making something new.
It's a mind-blowing experience, and now it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Annihilation, rated R, now playing.